lovelies, this is Sheree from Divine Visions, and I'm bringing you your twin flame channeled message and reading for March. This is going to be the channeled message regarding the divine masculine and divine feminines, where they're currently at in their timelines currently right now. And as we know, I mean, if you did see or hear the other videos that I'd put up in January and February this year, it just basically is the same, shows the storyline of the same group of divine masculines and divine feminines that I'm tuning into. And the divine masculine we saw was in a very heavy energy of regret, hiding away and having to see the light, come out of that place of denial and embrace the divine feminine, the light that was coming from the divine feminine. She was meeting him at the end of that tunnel and assisting him through that. And his mask was dissolving away, okay? So he was able to see, finally face and confront some of the old patterns, perhaps the karmic stuff that he was carrying through, and the denial is now being faced. Now, it's very interesting, the messages that have come through for each one this time round. I never ever know what's going to come through, obviously, until I'm tuning in and receiving the messages. And even as I'm getting the messages, because I auto-write, as I've explained before, and as the messages are coming through, I'm amazed. You know, I'm amazed with some things that I've never heard before, and I'm learning on the journey too. So basically what's going on with the divine masculines in the 3D, they're feeling extremely lethargic right now. They're very tired. They need recovery. They've got to go into a place of respite still. Okay, we did see them coming into that energy last month. So they're still kind of in that energy where they're gaining their energy. They're trying to reinvigorate, I guess, the spark of passion within them again and build courage. So it's basically to do with their self-esteem. They've got to build confidence again. They're looking into their own body care. They're looking after their dietary needs, and especially water intake, because a lot of them are feeling really thirsty lately. They might have a dry mouth. They're feeling they need to have all this water intake. They have to hydrate their bodies. And some are starting to find inspiration through material comforts or needs right now. So may concentrate solely on money, its material security, and their career paths will perhaps change. Some are transitioning into a completely new career role that they've never done before, but they are feeling called to doing. So they're feeling a higher calling to make a whole change into something else entirely. And some are having very vivid dreams, okay? They're waking up around 4 a.m. I was getting, or the same time, early hours of the morning, and they may find it really hard to get back to sleep. So they've got a restlessness going on with their sleep patterns right now. And even in general, there's a restless kind of energy going on as they are yet to identify the new path they are meant to go down in the 3D, which connects to their soul purpose. So not only is it playing out in their waking state, this restless energy, but it's also going into their sleep state as well. So I was seeing karmic partners and past relationships being cut away from their spiritual template. So it's like first the emotional template and balancing the spiritual karmic templates. I was trying to get my head around all of that. It sounded quite confusing. So it's like they're being, the karmic partners are being cut away from the emotional template, and it's balancing out the spiritual template. So we are seeing people leaving their lives as they break away physically, but even on a mental, spiritual, and emotional level. And I saw it like a leveling up spiritually, you know, it's like they're going through a spiritual shift where they're leveling up. So basically ascending higher. Now, I wanted to go through this. I've written up like seven pages on the masculine and separately with the divine feminine. So I've got to find what I've written here. See all this, right? It's crazy, all this stuff. So anyway, occurring within these timelines is what's going on. So with this comes spiritual growth, obviously, where wisdom is acquired and the lessons are now understood. So the divine masculines are starting to awaken to the true lessons of why the karmics have come in. And it's not just romantic karmic partners, even though that's a major aspect of it, but karmic partners can be family members, can be friendships. They're in the soul circle, you know, that soul group, bringing in lessons. So it was interesting because in the 4D time and space, so it's so bizarre, in the fourth dimension, on the highest 4D level, now this is so bizarre because Spirit was showing me 3 levels within the 4D realm. Like within the fourth dimension, I was seeing like 3 different levels. You had the lowest level, the middle level, and the highest level. It was so weird. I've never ever heard of it before. I've never seen it before. But it's saying the highest level connects to the 5D realm. So the divine masculines are actually on the highest level, the 4D level. And they're obtaining their higher wisdom subconsciously through their dream state. And because the 4D is where we go into our dream state, it is dream time, it's time and space. And so working with their DF, the divine feminine, in this dimension to eliminate toxic cords from past karmic relationships. So this is only done when the divine masculine and karmic, whichever karmic it is, have fulfilled their contract. And this just amazed me. I thought, wow, when I was seeing the vision and getting the information, I was just in awe. I thought, this is amazing. So prior to incarnating on Earth here, the divine masculine and divine feminine agree to assist each other with this clearing work. The clearing that is done in the 4D requires assistance from the higher realms, okay? So it was so bizarre. I was seeing these spiritual mentors, these guides, these healers coming in into the highest level of the 4D. And they were coming in from the higher realms, whether it be the 5th dimension, could have been higher. And I was hearing and seeing them singing. They were actually singing. There are certain vibrationary patterns in the tones or keys that is being sung that atones the karmic debris. Now, that was freaking amazing because I'm seeing that, and I didn't even know what the word atone meant. I had to look it up on Google. This is how I know when I'm channeling, when I'm having words come through that I don't even know the meaning of. So I looked it up and I thought, shit, that makes sense. So there are certain vibrationary, vibrationary, I think that's the right word, patterns in the tones or keys that were being sung by these higher beings that atoned the karmic debris. So basically was repairing this and allowing it to dissipate. Basically, the singing tones helped to clear away and cleanse the auric field and the chakras, including the twin flame spiritual DNA of that residual energy, which was the imprint left by that karmic contract. So it was left behind by the karmic contract, the whole energy of that whole experience and having to go through that journey with the karmic is being eliminated through this amazing, it was just amazing. I've never heard anything like it. It was just this healing that was being done through singing. And they were reaching these really high notes, you know, and it was actually cleansing and clearing away this debris, the karmic debris. It was just amazing to see. So whomever is being cleansed of the karmic ties, like with any given healing, you know, whenever we receive a healing, even in our 3D selves here, if you get like a Reiki or even a massage or something that's shifting energy, there is a recovery process and can leave either one feeling extremely fatigued. So some of the divine masculines may wake up feeling as if they've been busy or have run a marathon. So it is tiring, okay, receiving healing because your whole system, physical, mental, emotional, as well as spiritual bodies are realigning and to vibrate at a higher frequency. So which is part of the ascension process, which prepares us and is a vital part that we need to undergo to move into the 5th dimension easily. So the divine masculines especially are going through this whole transition of coming out of that denial, seeing clearly, acknowledging past karmic patterns and painful lessons, that they've seen in the mirror. That's the DFs have reflected to them. So the divine feminines have reflected these to them and are now undergoing, well, the divine masculines are now undergoing the metamorphosis stage where they are shedding their old skin, you know, their old identity, including their ego self. So it's the death of the ego. And they're now moving into their new template of self-compassion, strength, and honouring who they truly are. Now, I'm just trying to read this through because I've made a mess here, but it's okay. I'm going to try and work it out what I've said here. So it's almost like when the old relationships or old paradigms dissolve in their lives, like the old karmic paradigms, the DMs are finally able to see themselves, their true selves, their true identity, which is separate from those paradigms that caused them to feel trapped, ashamed, guilty, menacing, bad, abusive, or responsible. So a huge pressure is now being lifted, and they are understanding with much more clarity now as to why their divine feminines have reacted so strongly to their past actions or non-actions. So meanwhile, they are taking in everything regarding their internal transformation. They are in their mind space, thinking about how to come forward to their divine feminine. You know, they're taking in all this transition. They have been thinking about the divine feminine, but they're mostly in self-reflection mode still, more than observing outwardly right now. And their primary goal right now is to muster up energy and courage to emerge renewed and strong. So I had the smell, really strong smell of lemongrass coming through. It was beneficial for the DMs to stimulate their mental space for some reason. And lavender, was brought through to assist with relaxation and to help their sleep. So it's so interesting too, because I saw the colour red is significant for the divine masculines at this time. It's bold and perhaps a colour they are drawn to. It also connects to passion. So the divine masculines may find themselves refusing social invites still and prefer to be in hermit mode for a while. They are slowly emerging, coming out of their shell, and some may really feel drawn to cooking up some nice meals, like healthy meals, trying new recipes that are easy energy foods. So the divine masculines are reminiscing about their divine feminines, the happier times together, and they are missing the connection, particularly the intimacy. They think about coming forward to the divine feminine and go over in their minds conversations they'd like to have, but know they're not ready to have. So they want the divine feminines to know they have an amazing depth to them. So the divine masculines are saying to the divine feminines, you know what? I actually have a lot of depth to me that they've not necessarily shown to the divine feminine. And they're saying they're not as shallow or immature as they may have represented themselves as being. Right? So that's pretty full on right there. Now I'm going to keep going. I've got more here. Yeah, let me see what this is. What number is that one? Yeah, I think I'm on the right one here. So this is interesting what came through. There's motherly issues being healed with the divine masculines. Now, there's two kinds of archetypes, I guess you could call them here, with the mothers, okay? So there's the mother that's like the mother hen, who is like smothering with her energy, her love, she smothers, right? And she's like a helicopter parent. So it's a helicopter parenting, and this is where the divine masculines grow to resent the mother, the female connection, okay? And then you've got the other mother that is aloof or detached and who doesn't express emotion, may not be very maternal. And this divine masculine learns to deal with abandonment issues and has issues with being nurtured because he hasn't been nurtured in life. Now, when I say he, I obviously mean I'm saying he as a divine masculine. This could be a female or a male growing up with a mother who was like that. So the helicopter parent makes the masculine feel emasculated, like he's not good enough or not trusted to do the right thing. So, because they want to try, the helicopter parent kind of doesn't allow you to really learn in life, you know. They kind of wrap you up in cotton wool and do everything for you, and kind of like through that action is telling the masculine, you know, I don't trust you enough to make your own decisions in life. And so that's the resentment growing. An aloof parent makes a masculine feel a lack of love and nurture, and they feel unloved, and they put walls up because they're scared of being hurt. Okay, so when there is a closeness, they expect the walls to go up because the mother probably did that. So when the divine feminine gets angry at the divine masculine for not fulfilling her expectations, he feels a deep hurt, like a sting, okay, it's like a sting, of being disapproved of. And the aloof parent role is replicated through the divine feminine's behavior, and he will withdraw and shut down. Same with divine feminines that try to mother the divine masculine. He feels like she is looking down on him and not putting faith in his own ability to work it out. On the other hand, the divine masculine is becoming aware of how their past patterns of relating to the divine feminine, as well as their karmics, has affected their connection. So they are in reflection mode, and they are starting to realize how their past patterns are affecting the divine feminine. So the divine masculines know they have caused the divine feminines a lot of pain, okay, through their actions or non-action, as we saw before. And this is why it is important that the divine masculines identify their feminine energy within themselves and work on balancing that, okay? So healing this core pain and embracing this energy within themselves through self-nurturing and tapping into their emotions and learning to express what they're feeling will assist with their ascension process and union with the divine feminine. And similarly, the divine feminines need to balance the inner masculine energy by learning to take charge and make themselves a number one priority. Because as we know, divine feminines are of service and are nurturers, and they're always giving their energy to others, putting others first. So it's a huge thing for divine feminines to be able to put themselves first. Now, the divine masculines are starting to take pride in their appearance again. Okay, they might get a new haircut, they might buy new clothes, they might join a gym. And physical ailments were like lower back pain, headaches and nausea. They might feel dizzy, they feel really thirsty. That was coming up again about being thirsty, and they just need to pace themselves right now. And the other thing is, a lot of the divine masculines have really started to have an interest in science. Where is it? Science, astronomy, ancient aliens, Stargate came through. I don't know why Stargate, galaxies, reading up on various philosophies around time, space and physics, starting to awaken to other realms, or now researching further into like past life connections, stories, theories. They're drawn to natural herbal remedies also, and they want to study ancient healing or medicine. And they're also having flashbacks or vivid dreams and deja vu, which might be kind of like an inspiration for them to look further into those other things we just saw before. So that's quite an interesting thing what's going on with the divine masculines right now. There's a lot of different energies coming up around them. And I'm going to have a look at the divine feminine. I've got to have a look at where I've written the divine feminines ones here. There's a lot for the divine masculine right here. I'm just going to find the divine feminines that I've written down. Where am I? Okay. Right, that was a pretty big mouthful for the divine masculine stuff. Now let's have a look at the divine feminine. So this is so funny because as soon as I started writing, I went, whoa, whoa. Stepping into the divine feminine energies, my God, I had to have a break between each one because I'd just taken on all this divine masculine energy and tuning into that, and I had to have about a good half an hour to an hour's break. And as soon as I tuned into the divine feminine, I'm like, whoa. Stepping into the DF energies right away, I was feeling so many emotions going around and around, and I was almost feeling sick in my stomach. So there was like nerves, and stomach issues might be coming up for the divine feminines right now, or bowel problems, or it's like a nervous disposition. And the heart chakra, is 1 minute open, and then the next time, the next minute is swinging shut. So it's like open and then swinging shut. Same with the sacral chakra. They are mirroring each other in that way. So no wonder there is a feeling of strong imbalance between what the DF is feeling in regards to emotions around love, surrender, shame, anger, frustration, forgiveness, and sadness. And wow, the sexual energy and chemistry is very strong, but in the sacral chakra, it was showing me it was murky. Now, that was interesting because I thought the DFs are connecting with the divine masculines in their dreams sexually, but there is a strong need for the divine feminines to clear their sacral chakra and their auric field of past karmic connections, as they are carrying heavy residual energy from those sexual experiences still. So the karmics have left a strong energy imprint of pain on the divine feminines, which flares up most strongly when she's experiencing a trigger from her divine masculine. I'm just going to have a drink. I need water. That's a lot of talking. Now, this includes insecurity, jealousy, feelings of betrayal, abuse, and feelings of powerlessness. And this is not to say that the divine masculines haven't caused any pain to the divine feminines, but the intensity of the pain experienced reflects a lot of pain that has been shoved down and not dealt with, relating to karmic stuff, and it all comes to the surface to be released and healed when it's triggered by the divine masculine. So when the twins do connect physically, sexually, though, a lot of the past karmic energy can be cleansed and cleared. Resentment is one strong karmic pattern that the divine feminines are battling right now, and some are at a loss on how to heal and remove this heavy feeling. So one way is for the DF to release one way for her to release this is to recognize that she's a spiritual being on a human journey, okay? So she's signed up to come on earth here in a human form and signed a spiritual contract to undergo human experiences and lessons that would assist her to spiritually grow, evolve, and descend into the higher realms of love, etc. As a mission together, the twin flames both undergo massive lessons and are given the assignment of healing the earth, with divine unconditional love. So the ascension is part of the mission and requires each one to remember who and what they are. They've got to remove themselves from the human ego, which creates and becomes caught up in 3D drama. When this realization occurs for both parties and for all who reside upon the planet, the human conditions are not taken so personally and healing can be achieved. So the divine feminines are still looking outwardly towards the divine masculine. Some are lost in the dark, waiting and waiting for him to step forward, and when he doesn't, they are in despair, sad, lonely, angry, and frustrated, and in blame mode. The one way the divine feminines can shift this energy is to dive headfirst into their creative projects or career path. They have to do something hands-on, create something to feel they are fulfilled and achieving something. And when you're creating something, you are helping to clear your sacral chakra. So it is difficult for the divine feminines to distract themselves, to switch off social media. They're checking in on the divine masculine and oh my God, they have constant reminders. So I was hearing the song, "There's always something there to remind me." That I don't know who it's from. But there are signs constantly being shown to both twins right now. So the divine feminines are more receptive and aware. And, they're very in tune to these signs. They know them as soon as they see one. And the divine masculines are starting to make the connection with new signs. A lot is music related for them, or the smell of a perfume or floral or musky scent, which reminds them of the divine feminine. Nighttime meditations can help the divine feminines. Okay, so chakra cleansing or energy balancing ones, or ones where they can tap into the energy of forgiveness, heart chakra opening meditations can help you as well, divine feminines. So the DFs are in two minds, 1 minute up and then down, hot and cold, loving and then detached, as they try their hardest to move on from their divine masculine. They don't realise that what they resist will persist, Running away is actually running away from the masculine energy within themselves. Same as when the divine masculine hides away from the feminine aspect within him, he is running from the divine feminine as well. Okay, so once each confronts and work on these energies within individually, amazing healing and shifts can occur between them. So I was thinking of the Temperance card, which I was shown in my vision, came through, where that flow of harmony is happening in unison, okay, when that is occurring. So this is when the magnetic pull will be felt between the twins. They are aligned when this happens. When they repel each other, it's because they're running away from what is within, causing them to distance one another even more. And they do mirror each other so that each can recognize where healing is necessary. So the divine feminines will soothe themselves through music and food. I saw comfort food, and it was savory food this time. Last time I thought it was sugar, chocolate and stuff like that, but savory food is coming through. And the moon cycles are really affecting the divine feminines right now, especially since the last supermoon that we had in Virgo. The divine feminines are really feeling very self-conscious about their appearance, their body image, how they are accepted or rejected by the divine masculines is playing on their minds on replay. So there's a certain memory that keeps playing back and amplifies this pain. Some divine feminines will feel a massive urge to reach out and make contact, and afterwards will immediately kick themselves as they feel they've let themselves down because they didn't want to damn well do that. Okay, so some of them are doing it and then thinking, shit, why did I do that? So 777 is a sign coming through, and for some reason I was seeing a beach with like this most gorgeous beach with these amazing huge palm trees. It was just like this paradise, this island. And that was the visual I was given. So it may be a physical location or a dream environment that the divine feminines are imagining or connecting in meditation with their twin flame. I don't know why this came through, it was so random. But cranberries, for some reason cranberries is a strong connection. Some divine feminines are experiencing rashes, like they're having like this breakout of rash on like red skin, allergic reaction. It's connected to shame and it needs to be healed through the sacral chakra. All right, what else did we have? So yeah, to help also with the sacral chakra, they could join a gym class, a dance class, a martial arts class, or anything to get the body moving. And some divine feminines, this is funny, this came through. Well, not funny, but I don't know. Some divine feminines, right, will have connections with their ex-karmic partners, either through phone or social media contact or through dreams, and this will be a test. So I feel that a lot of the karmic partners are coming back into the divine feminine's lives. They're trying to make contact again, and I feel it's a test. So I'm hearing that some divine feminines want to throw in the towel and settle with a soulmate connection, as it will be easier and less painful. And this is a journey many will choose to take. And some will be inspired to write their twins a final letter, like a goodbye letter. I was getting that children are on the mind of some divine feminines who feel their biological clock is ticking and who are worried about waiting for the divine masculine and missing out on this experience that they really wanted to have with their divine masculine. So that's something that's on their mind as well. They want to have a family. Divine feminines are encouraged to talk through their heart space to their divine masculines often. Tell him your heartfelt feelings, your wishes, your dreams. Express your true feelings for him in this space. Write up affirmations, stick them around your home, bring in uplifting and positive energy. I was hearing angelic music, so this will help the divine feminines and help raise their energy vibration when they are low. And I was also receiving Archangel Jophiel and Saint Francis, I don't even know who that is, which is pretty embarrassing, but anyway, I'll have to look it up, is beside the divine masculines right now, assisting them to ground their feminine energy. Archangel Michael and Archangel Azrael are assisting with protection, protecting the connection within the 3D and the 4D realms. Azrael, the angel of death, I think he is assisting with the releasing of the old paradigms and helping each twin to adjust and align their energies into the new templates. Archangel Michael is their guardian who escorts them to and from the 3D and 4D realms. Saint Germain came through. He works closely with the violet flame and purifies the twins in his energy field when they are, what's that I've written? Going through the cleansing process. This is a weird visual I received. The twins were placed in like a crystal grid. It's a crystal grid which helps their energies to align within the new template. It was like I was seeing diamonds. It was the purest energy. So the divine feminines are feeling pain from their past lives emerging, okay? There's pain from past lives emerging. They may not necessarily be aware of this, or some of them might be aware of this. They have to confront this. And what have I written? This is confront it, and healing will assist with releasing from the karmic contract. So in other words, the divine feminines must understand the lessons involved. This goes for both the twins to be able to release themselves from those karmic contracts. The pain of past lives is coming up to be healed once and for all. The divine feminines attracted to the colour blue, the sky blue, which is the throat chakra, and they want to express themselves. They want to talk a lot. They want to sing. They might want to go on stage. They want to act. They might want to join a choir group or karaoke or whatever it is. They just want to express. They want to sing right now. Okay, so this is looking really good. So some of them just want to be really loud. They just want to be heard. They actually want to be heard. They want to be loud. They want to express. And singing is the best way to do it. If you're on stage and really projecting your voice out there, it's a really good thing to do for the divine feminines right now. I'm on the last page here, but my camera's about to die, so I'm going to come back on here and read out the last page, okay, guys? Okay, guys, back again. Going to read the last page for the divine feminines. So we're talking about that they want to express themselves. Now, the divine feminines are juggling a lot of emotions right now, as we saw before in the very beginning. They are encouraged to identify one emotion in particular that is really standing out to them, okay? So think about for a moment what main emotion you're struggling with right now and write it down. You might want to write this down, okay? Write it down, and there's two ways you could do this, okay? I was given that you can associate a colour with that emotion. You can associate it with a temperature. Is it hot, warm, cold, that kind of thing? What shape is it? Is it big or small? And you just kind of have to go through this visualization where you're able to really define how this is feeling, how it looks, how it feels to you, and narrow it down, like visualize it dissolving away from you. That is one way to do it. I was also given another exercise. I've never heard of this either. So if the emotion was an animal, what sort would it be? So think about the emotion. It could be anger, could be depression, could be an insecurity, could be jealousy, could be sadness, could be anything. Just think of something right now that you're feeling quite strong regarding your divine masculine or this twin flame journey, or just something you're struggling with right now. And think about that word, and think about, if it was an animal, what would it be? And don't analyze it too much. Whatever first comes to mind, okay? So the first thought that comes to mind is the animal, is it gentle or harmless, or is it ferocious? What is it? And I want you to visualize a pink energy or a light surrounding this animal so that you see it becoming placid and content and loving. It's emanating a loving energy, okay? So you feel safe around this animal. You can go to it now and interact with this animal, talk to it, tell it it's okay to leave you now. You know, tell it that it's safe, it doesn't have to be afraid. Say things like it will be taken good care of, and lovingly send it on its way. See the animal giving you a look of gratitude as it turns to leave now. Now, I got confused when I was given this. I thought, what the? This is such a weird exercise. I've never heard of anything like it. And Spirit said to me, they were giving me this visualization, which may seem strange at first, but they tell me that it is easier for the Divine Feminines to visualize something that's not connected, you know. So it's like the animal symbolizes your pain body, okay? It symbolizes the Divine Masculine or anything that's too painful to visualize. So the causal factors are all sort of caught up in that pain body, but if you're looking at something separate, like an animal, something that's completely out of left field, it's not so scary or to confront. It's not so overwhelming, you know. So it's an interesting way to do it. So if you want to really do that, I might have spoken a little fast through all that exercise before, but if you want to go back and write down some points and try it later on, try it out, see how it goes for you. Now, I was told that Archangel Jeremiel and Archangel Haniel are working with the Divine Feminines right now. So Haniel is assisting the Divine Feminines with the emotional cycles and healing, and Archangel Jeremiel is assisting the Divine Feminines with confidence and stability, with hope and their divine visions. He is helping the Divine Feminines to focus on the mission of ascension right now. So that is amazing. Like, for what is going on between the Divine Masculines right now and the Divine Feminines is just amazing to me. I find it amazing. Now we're going to have a look at what's going on with the cards here, just to sort of get some more insight into what's going on for both parties for this month, March. Let's have a look. So let's first have a look at the Divine Masculine's energy, please. I'm calling in our spirit guides to please and help us, Ascended Masters, Spirit Guides, Archangels, to please guide us through the twin flame journey. Please be with the Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines at this stage on their journey. Please help us to tune in to what's actually going on for each party. What's happening with the Divine Masculine's current energy right now, please. Where are the Divine Masculines currently at, please? Deep down, I was committed. So they're reflecting on that right now. What else are they reflecting on right now in their current energy, please? You are the one I dream of. This is validating, I think, if I remember now. It's hard to remember what I've said with all of that. I'm pretty sure the Divine Feminines, well, they usually are anyway, meeting up in dreams together. So he's saying he's dreaming of her. He's dreaming of the Divine Feminine. What else is the current energy? What is he reflecting on right now, please? The Divine Masculines. What are they reflecting on right now in their current energy? Well, oh my God, we've been meeting in dreams. Wow, well, that just tells you, doesn't it? You are the one I dream of, and we've been meeting in dreams. Wow. And this can have two meanings, obviously. You are the one I dream of, like you're the one that's only in my thoughts or my heart, that kind of thing. But it's just so amazing these two are saying we've been meeting in dreams. He's aware of this. He's aware that the Divine Feminine and you have been meeting in dreams. So I want to get a card from my Divine Love Oracle that I created. These are my Divine Love messages that I created also. So the Divine Love Oracle, can we have a look, please, at the Divine Masculine's current energy, please, what he's reflecting on? Wow. Okay, within 1 year. This could be him looking into this next year, okay, this year 2019 that we're in right now, or it may be looking into the last year. He's reflecting on something regarding this time frame. You are the one I dream of. They don't have to necessarily go with that, but I just want to see. Yep, there it is. Well, we got 2 here. Wow, okay. Waiting out the storm, and news on the way. Okay, so as we saw, he's in self-reflection mode. He's not necessarily coming forward right now in his current energy to the divine feminine. We saw that he wants to, but he's not ready to. And he's thinking very deeply about the last year. Now, this is going to resonate with some of you who have had a very strong connection or some kind of contact or spiritual contact, whatever it is, it's been quite overwhelming for you guys in the last year. But I also feel this energy is going into this year, that he's waiting it out. He's trying to work out in his mind what is going on within his life, within himself, within the connection over this next year. Now, hang on a moment. What is his current challenge right now? What is the Divine Masculine's current challenge, please? What is his current challenge right now? Well, there it is. Okay, be patient. This Divine Masculine is not patient, okay? He's not feeling, it's hard for him to be patient. He wants this to hurry up and go, this feeling, because at the moment, even though he's come out from that really dark, heavy energy, he's still feeling uncomfortable, okay? It's not necessarily a pleasant place to be in. He still has to do some work. So it's not a feeling of wanting to be patient through this, you know? This whole transition is not comfortable. I'm sure the caterpillar turning into a butterfly is not undergoing this pleasant holiday in the cocoon, you know? It's definitely a painful and uncomfortable journey. So what other challenges is going through? What other challenge is the Divine Masculine going through? Wow, look, I feel sad. So the Divine Masculines are still in a sad energy right now. Okay, in this time of waiting out the storm, which could be their own inner storm that they're going through, okay, and also they're probably picking up on the storm, the emotional storm the Divine Feminines are going through. They're waiting it out and they're feeling sad in that energy. Okay, another card, please. Another challenge for them. For the Divine Masculines, another challenge, please. What are they? Wow, just look at that. Went sat right in position. Wow, look at this. You will always be in my heart. Wow, okay. This is hard for them because they're feeling sad because they can't be with the Divine Feminine. And they're probably feeling that she's moving on from them as well, and they can't do anything about it at the moment. They're feeling stuck. They're saying deep down, I was committed. You're the one I dream of. You're the one I want to be with, but I can't because I'm stuck in this place and I have no choice but to wait. I want to come forward and talk to you and give you news on the way, but I just can't. I'm stuck in this sadness and still trying to go through this transformation within myself, but you will always be in my heart regardless of what goes on. And that is so sad, you know, it really is sad. So let's have a look at some clarifiers for this. The challenges that the Divine Masculine is facing right now. Oh, hang on a moment. Oh, it's too many. The challenges the Divine Masculine is facing right now, please. Oh, wow. Okay. So, wow. Okay. Last 2 months, January, February, and now March, we're seeing the card of regret. He's still coming out of this energy, guys, okay? This is still his challenge right now. He's got to be patient coming through this and healing from this, okay? And the yellow rose represents hope. So he's trying to see, as we saw before, that light at the end of the tunnel. He's come through that, but he's still trying to see the hope in this situation. So let's have a look at what the other challenge is here, please. Wow, 2 came out, and it's interesting with the I feel sad, I miss you. See? He's missing you, Divine Feminines. This is a challenge for him because he's in some ways not even prepared to have a conversation with the Divine Feminines right now. He's got no idea what he's feeling within himself, let alone stepping forward and offering anything to the Divine Feminines. But he's in this sadness and regret. He's missing her. You will always be in my heart. He wants to come forward, I feel, and tell her that she will always be in his heart, and that if he could, he would rebuild this with her. If he had the tools and resources right now and all the knowledge and wisdom and the healing powers, he would rebuild this with her. I keep hearing if I could turn back time, you know, so like that Cher song, Cher or whatever you call it, Cher. It's that if I could turn back time, you know, I would rebuild this the right way kind of thing. But as we know, everything happens as it's meant to. All right, so let's have a look right now on how you guys are mirroring each other right now. How is the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine? What energy are they mirroring each other in right now, please? Oh, wow, hang on a moment. They're flying out here. One's gone flying on the floor and behind me. Oh, my God. Okay, let's start again. There it is. Okay, I don't know how to express what I truly feel. Wow, now this is how they're mirroring each other. We already know the Divine Masculines in this energy, but it's true of the Divine Feminines as well because they're in a resentful energy at the moment, okay? So they're not really knowing how to express truly what they feel. What they truly feel is love and sadness and wanting to, you know, get on this mission and get this sorted and have this healing in place, but they don't know how to express this because a lot of the time it comes out like anger, you know, it's like lashing out or anger or sadness. It's a heavy energy. So they both don't know. They don't know how to express that right now. Can we have a clarifier for this too, please? What else are they mirroring each other with? Or, yeah, how are they mirroring each other? Okay. All right, we've got 3 cards for this. So we've got spiritually connected. Well, we know they're spiritually connected. Okay, we know that. That's definitely a mirror. Time out. They're both in time out, separation. For these ones we're reading for, they are in time out, separation. So in this space of being spiritually connected and separated, they don't know how to come forward and express in the 3D what they want with this commitment, okay? So that's what's going on there. Yes, they're spiritually committed and they're emotionally committed. But in the 3D, the physical realm, they don't both know how to come forward and rebuild and commit, you know, and move forward into that energy. So let's have a look at what does the Divine Masculine want his Divine Feminine to know that he's not telling her? What does he want her to know that he's not necessarily coming forward and telling her? Wow, so much energy in these guys. I'm sorry. Let's do it again. What does the Divine Masculine want the Divine Feminine to know that he's not coming forward and telling her? Oh, look, I miss you. Oh my God, I shouldn't laugh. I miss you, I miss you. It's double energy, far out. He's really missing her, but he's not telling her that. She wonders this. She wonders, does he miss me? Well, yeah, there it is. Okay, he's saying, I miss you. Twice now in these readings. What else? What else does he want the Divine Feminine to know that he's not coming forward with? We were mirroring each other. So he's kind of saying, it's not your fault, it's not my fault, we were both going through stuff. But he's probably not actually ready to come forward and say that just yet. At the moment, he's just hiding away, okay? He's hiding away. And the Divine Feminines are getting pissed off with that because they want him to step up and say something. Just say something, anything. Oh, I know we are soulmates. So he calls it soulmates, this particular one. Even if he does know it as twin flames, it's the same kind of thing here. He knows there's a special spiritual connection, okay? He knows that it drives him crazy as well. So let's have a look at what else that he wants the Divine Feminines to know that he's not coming forward and saying. Wow. Okay, I've got 3 cards out. First one, reach out. He wants to reach out to her, okay? That's what he wants to do. He wants to tell you, I love you. He wants to actually come forward and say that. And he knows it's a past life connection. He knows that you're soulmates, you've had many lives together. He knows that. He's feeling that he's coming to awaken to this, okay? He realizes this, that there's a special connection and that you have had many lives together. Let's have a look at the romance angels. I just want to see what the angels want to say about what's going on with the Divine Masculine right now. Oh, wow, hang on. Oh. What advice are they giving to the Divine Masculine right now? Commitment, okay? So this situation involves commitment, marriage, that connection's really strong here. I feel like this is a huge lesson for the Divine Masculines. These Divine Masculines have been running away from this commitment. They're terrified of it. But they're starting to come into this real strong energy of missing the Divine Feminine, having regrets, saying, I miss you, I realise we're soulmates, I realise this is a special connection, I just don't know how to come forward and tell you how I feel. I'm still transitioning into this, you know, awakening and going through the ascension process. So the spirit guides want him to know that this is still very special. Spiritually, they are married, you know, they are always connected. There is that special spiritual union already there. But it's the 3D stuff. He's terrified of it because in the past life, even with the Divine Feminine, but also with Karmics, it hasn't ended well, okay? It hasn't ended well. And I feel that the Divine Masculines are often blamed. You know, the old archetypes of the masculine archetypes have come through of being abusive or in power or abandoning the family house, you know, the children, the wife, that kind of thing. It's kind of like this thing that comes through with the Divine Masculine energy. It's just that pattern that comes through. Running away, okay? It's the running away. That's what it all comes back down to. Let's have a look at what he needs to learn through this right now. What is he learning, I should say? What is he actually learning? What is the main lesson or theme he's learning throughout this whole thing right now that we've just seen with all of these cards? Oh, my nose is so itchy, and I know that's when Spirit's coming through. Okay. Yeah, look, he's learning to clear it, to clear the past life karmic stuff. We've seen this through the channeled messages as well. He's learning to clear this right now, okay, so that he can come into this energy and not be afraid and not be weighed down by all these burdens from the past, which is scary and confronting and fear-based, ego-based 3D dramas, okay? He's clearing this energy away. He's realizing and coming to realize that this is a connection he's never experienced before. And in that self-reflection mode, I feel like he's starting to really cleanse his heart. He's starting to forgive himself right now as well, okay? Now let's have a look at the Divine Feminine. Where is her current energy right now, please? I might just clear these away for now. Okay. Okay, so where is the Divine Feminine's current energy right now, please? Where is the Divine Feminine's current energy right now? You are my twin flame. Okay, so she's right in that energy. Obviously knows that, wow, it's gone into there again. Obviously knows that he's the twin flame. Your heart will heal. I feel she's telling herself her heart will heal. Okay, we've got 2. I don't know how to express what I truly feel, which was what they were mirroring each other with before. And write down your feelings. So the Divine Feminines are... This is interesting, isn't it? They don't know how to express what they truly feel. They want to, but they're going to be writing down their feelings. Now, it's interesting because in the channeled message, it said something about them writing a final letter or a goodbye letter for the Divine Masculine or to the Divine Masculine. That may happen, or it may not even be a goodbye letter, but there's something she wants to express, okay? She's telling herself her heart will heal, so... She's in an energy at the moment of not trying to reach out to the Divine Masculine right now, I feel. Let's have a look. So current energy, please. Current energy. Oh, hang on. Current energy, please, for the Divine Feminines. Okay. Denial. Okay. Yeah, because we saw that the Divine Masculines are taking off the mask of denial, but this is very interesting because you are my twin flame. She knows this, but she wants to be in denial. She wants to feel like, no, you're not my twin. I don't want to think of you. I don't want to bar up this right now. I don't even want to be on this journey. I don't want to deal with this. You know, so some of them are going into a denial right now. They don't want to face it. Your heart will heal. She's telling herself this. Wow, within 1 year. Now, this is very interesting because he had the same time frame, okay? So he was thinking within a year. She's thinking within a year, you know, she could be looking into this new year, thinking that it's going to take some time for her to heal her heart. She's probably giving herself a time frame as to, you know, when this will occur. It's going to be within 1 year. I don't know how to express what I truly feel. I don't know how to express what I truly feel. Current energy. We've got contract and sad man, okay, which is a sad masculine energy. I don't know how to express what I truly feel. She knows that she's got this contract. It's a spiritual contract with her masculine, but she also realizes there's a sadness here. She wants to... She's, as we saw in the channeled message, in 2 minds. She wants to break free and move from this, but she needs to express how he's making her feel or how she's made him feel. I don't feel she's lashing out in this letter. I feel like it's sort of like a goodbye letter, but she's also in denial, like she doesn't want to... She doesn't want to break free, but she doesn't want to hold on. It's a very contradictory kind of energy here. And so she's in denial. She's in 2 minds. She is also in her own sad masculine energy. Inside herself, there's a sadness there, okay, within her own masculine energy coming through of having to try and find the words to put into words how her feelings are, okay, around this as well, because it's a hard task for her as well. What are her current challenges right now, please? What are the Divine Feminine's current challenges in this? We did see some of that already. Thought more than one came out there. I'm just going to check that quickly. Just felt like it turned over. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I've lost one down there. I don't know. Felt like more than one came out. But it says, I often think of our last intimate times together. This is that sexual chemistry that we're thinking of, okay? So a lot of the divine feminines are reminiscing, okay? They may not want to feel the energy. You know, they might consciously think of it, but there's a lot of times where they're waking up from dreams about it and getting pissed off because they don't want to be connecting or thinking about him. It makes them miss him, you know. So there is feeling his energy at times as well, this sexual energy coming over them. That's a challenge for them because they miss him. When they do that, they want to be physically connected. Okay, so what else? What's the other challenges here for the divine feminine? Listen to your heart over what others say. Now, there's been a lot of confusion for the divine feminines. They've got their friends in their ear. They've got their family in their ear. They have the social media, blogs and Facebook and YouTube readings and different things they're getting all this information from. They're getting confused in the connection. They're getting confused with what they should and shouldn't do in the connection. And so it's just their challenge is they need to listen to their heart over what everyone else is saying. What else? Not at this time, see? She's in two minds. She knows that she can't move forward at this time, okay? Some of them are also feeling it's not the right time to express to the divine masculine what they're feeling. So they're feeling frustrated because on one hand, they just want to let this go and be done with it. On the other hand, they're holding on. So they're not sure. They're just not sure what they're doing at this stage. They're back and forth, up and down, hot and cold, remember? So let's have a look. Dream home. This came up, I think, last time, and it was a very significant message regarding the fact that they were supposed to have this life with their divine masculine, or they want to have this life with the divine masculine, and it's just not, you know, gelling. Everything's just not gelling. Everything's not moving smoothly or flowing or anything like that. There's just this issue, okay? But even that it's a physical in the 3D, an actual building, you know, an actual dream home that she wants to have, it also means that she sees her twin flame. They do feel at home with one another. And that is a challenge for her because she is trying to move on, thinking maybe settling with a soulmate and realizing that, what if I'm not satisfied with that? It's not my home. Challenge to reach out. See, she wants to reach out, then doesn't want to reach out. What else? Celebration. It's very hard for the divine feminines to find any happiness and joy in their life, even socially. I feel like they're just really not in a place of being happy in themselves at this stage. They might put on a false mask and pretend they're happy in their friendship circles, and, you know, a lot of their friends might be married or connected and in loving partnerships, and they're just feeling really left out. So it's really hard for the divine feminines at this stage to come into this kind of energy of life, celebrating life. You know, a lot of people, they're looking at it as well, that a lot of their friends at the same kind of age groups have achieved these things in their life and they're still not there yet. So it's kind of like they're feeling like they've been pushed aside or left out from that, you know. Now let's have a look. What else do we need to look at here? How are they, we saw how they were mirroring each other. We can still do that again. How are they mirroring each other again? Can we get another message as well? How else they might be mirroring each other, please? well, there it is. Seeing you triggers past pain within me. Now, this could be in person, it could be on social media, could be a photograph they're looking at, or just in their memory, but there is still, at this stage where both of you are at on your journey, triggers coming up regarding pain, okay? Seeing both of you, you're reflecting to each other what needs to be healed at this moment, so there could be a lot of repelling going on like we saw in the channeled message. So that's interesting there as well. Yeah, look, sincerity. So even though this is coming up, it's not something that's coming out of malicious kind of energy here. It's not malicious. It's not deliberately trying to push the other one aside. It is a sincere and genuine message that at the moment it's just too, you know, it's almost like that porcupine kind of energy. It's like, stay away, you know, stay away. I can't deal with this right now. So let's have a look at what else do we need to look at for the Divine Feminines right now. We saw, what does she want the Divine, her Divine Masculine to know right now that she's not telling him? I'm sorry. Some of the Divine Feminines are digging their heels in. They don't want to apologise, even if they know they are sorry or have done wrong in some area. They're in denial. They don't want to come forward and apologise. They're digging their heels in, thinking he should apologise to me. Okay. So she doesn't want to come forward and tell him that. What else? Where is it? Open your heart. So she wants the Divine Masculine to open his heart to her, okay, because she's feeling that he's still closed off. But she's not necessarily going to come forward. As we saw, there's a hesitation, there's a wanting to reach out, then there's a not wanting to reach out. There's a hesitation there, not knowing the right timing, but she wants him to open his heart up to her. Oh, I keep falling down, hang on. You are the one. So some Divine Feminines are kind of putting it out there to the Divine Masculine in a subtle way, and it could be through social media once again, or through friends who are, he's hearing it through the grapevine or whatever, that she's moving on, okay, and that he's missed the boat basically, and she's not. Well, as I said, some might, but I feel like she's still saying, you are the one. She's still holding on. She's still holding on. You are the one, okay? That's what she's saying. So what is she not coming forward with? Oh, wow, okay. See, happy outcome. It's what she wants. See the rainbow after that storm we were seeing? It's the blessing. It's the promise, right? It's the promise. And we've got to have faith. Mm-hmm. So she's trying to tell him to have faith. Well, hang on. And we have the time frame of within 8 weeks. So she's once again giving us a time frame. She's pretty much thinking, if nothing changes in the next couple of months, I'm out of here. That's what she's thinking. She doesn't want to tell him. She's not telling him that. You are the one. Okay, let's see. Some of them like, hell, stuff that. I'm not waiting a couple of months. I'm out of here now. But that's that denial, okay? It's denial. You know you're not really. It's the hurt talking. It's that pain body, okay? So, burning passion and pure contentment. You are the one. I have this burning passion for you. With you, I'm in my pure contentment. You know, this is what it is. She's not going to tell him that. No way. No way, Jose. So What does Spirit want her to know right now? What does Spirit want the Divine Feminine to know? What could help her on this journey? Look, release your ex. This is that karmic stuff. The time has come to clear your energy. We saw this in the channeled message about the karmic partner possibly coming back into her life, or there's dreams of him or something. I don't even remember what was said now. This is my memory with channeling, but you listen to it again. It's interesting. So release the ex. If this goes for the Divine Masculine as well, but the Divine Feminines have to release the energy of an ex, okay? That has to be cleared up now. It has to be. Right. Let's have a look at the Ask an Angel card. Oh, far out. Let's have a look at the Ask an Angel card. Forgiveness, that's what she's got to work on. Forgiveness, well, that's self-explanatory, isn't it? With that part of that resentment we saw in the channeled message, she's got to work on forgiveness. So now let's get a couple of messages from the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine's higher self. What are they wanting to share with one another right now? I've decided to put these ones in this, these are all the love heart shaped Tony Carmine Salerno's love heart messages. I wanted to put them in here because I thought if I don't see them, then it's just a fun way of pulling out a card. So this will be from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine, okay? What's the message he wants to share? Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. That is so beautiful because at the moment, both of them are kind of repelling each other. They are not ready to connect. Each of them may be feeling quite, well, they are feeling sad. They're missing one another. They're yearning and longing to be with one another. The Divine Feminine's going through her emotional ups and downs, trying to balance out her energy, her emotions. And the Divine Masculine is going through that transformation right now. So he's saying to her, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. It's beautiful. So what is the Divine Feminine wanting to say to the Divine Masculine right now? Trust. Wow, far out. Just saw the word transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. She's telling him to trust in the transformation, the process of this transformation and transitioning into the new template that he's moving into. That is freaking amazing. And she's also been questioning whether he loves her. So he's saying, look deep within your heart and you will see and feel my love. It's as deep as the ocean. It's amazing. I just feel drawn to pulling out one more of these. From the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. Wow. Reconciliation, that's what he wants. We saw the card of wanting to rebuild. He wants that with her. Let's see what the Divine Feminine wants to share with the Divine Masculine. The Divine Feminine wants to share with her Divine Masculine right now. Oh, wow. Patience. So he's really trying to reassure the Divine Feminine through these messages through her feelings, her dream state, everything, the signs that she's receiving, even through music, that he does feel for her. You know, he does love her deeply and he wants to reconcile with her. He just doesn't have the ability right now to come forward and articulate this or express this to her in any shape, way or form at the moment. She's letting the divine feminines are letting the divine masculines know that he has to trust in the transformation that he's going through and that it's going to acquire patience, okay, on his side as well. And this is so funny because his challenge was to be patient, if we remember what it said about him being patient. So she's saying you have to go through this, you know, slow and steady wins the race, as they say. So it's about being patient through the journey and not wanting to rush through things, okay, to get to this point of union. It is just beautiful, absolutely. Now, I did see Archangel Michael working with both of the twins. I just want to get one more message for the end of this reading, please. What does Archangel Michael want to say to the twins right now, please? What does Archangel Michael want to say to the twins as guidance, please? Decide to be happy now, because they're both in a state of sadness. And he says, thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. He's reminding the twins, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, to try and find joy in their life through this process, okay? Because it can be a very heavy, daunting process to go through the healing journey. Ascension is not bloody easy. It's tough. And, you know, a lot of the time they just want to do shortcuts, you know, take shortcuts or give up on the connection completely, you know, and it's this cycle of running and chasing and separation and all those things, even though we know spiritually it's an illusion, separation's an illusion, spiritually we are always connected, but there is this challenge of these ups and downs and not getting the lessons and repeating karmic cycles. And when the twins are reflecting and mirroring to each other what each one needs to heal, and it surfaces, you know, for each one, they run away and they're running away from themselves, and they're, you know, the divine masculines are digging their head in the sand. You know, they were digging their head in the sand, and they were running away and not wanting to confront things. It was too painful, too scary. They've come out from that now. They're going through the transformation. They're in the middle of it right now and are gaining courage, right? And the divine feminines are embracing, well, trying to understand their emotions and trying to balance it out, trying to, they're driving themselves nuts because on one hand they want to let go of this and just move on, and then they're getting all these signs and all these memories come flooding back, and they're having deja vu, and they're just connected obviously with their twins. So it's really tough for them to be able to just move on, and deep down they don't really want to move on. They want to heal, they want to be happy, they want to be calm, they want to be content. They want that burning passion to come through. They want to connect. They want to reunite. But as we know, both of them are going through a real tough healing path and journey right now. Archangel Michael's saying, decide to be happy now. You don't have to wait until this happens or until that person does this or until, you know, you've reached this milestone or whatever. He's saying, be happy now. Find the things in your life, even simple things, okay, simple things. Like for me, personally, I'm a musician. I like to play my guitar when I can, when I've got the energy to. And, you know, sometimes there's other things I like doing, like, for instance, these readings. It just brings me joy to do these readings. So decide to be happy now. Do something. It's not that you're going to be happy, happy, joy, joy, you know, and bouncing off the walls or anything. It's not telling you to do those kinds of things and just be unrealistic about it. But it's about just finding something that's going to bring a smile to your day, okay? It could be hanging around children. It could be taking photographs of your pets. It could be going for a walk with your dog. It could be just going to see a comedy. Whatever it is, you know, just try and elevate your mood. Try to vibrate higher, you know, at a higher frequency than what you are now. Do something to make yourself happy. Now, the Divine Feminines were advised to put positive affirmations around their home. Perhaps the Divine Masculines can also, you know, find some comfort or happiness in looking after their body and their dietary needs, like we saw before, cooking themselves a healthy meal, something that's just going to make them happy. Put the music on, put it on high, you know, put it on loud and dance. Just something like that. Just try to shift the heavy energies that are around you both at the moment, okay? So I really hope that's helped you guys this month, and it's been very interesting what's come through. I'm going to be putting up in the next day or two the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energies, the normal reading that I do for the month. That'll come up in the next couple of days, and that will be interesting to see if it's in alignment with what's come through with this channeled message and this reading tonight. So I hope that's helped you guys, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.